requested videos on my channel is always an elastic band method. So I just finished making this beautiful wig here. I was about to silk press it and add a little bit of a layer to it, but I thought I would stop and show you guys step by step how to make your lace closure wigs glueless. Now this process is super easy. We're gonna do the elastic band method. I've done this method quite a few times on my channel, but when you do a full lace wig or just a lace wig in general, there's a specific technique I use. When I make my own wigs at home, like lace frontal wigs, there's a specific technique I use. And then when I make 4x4 closure wigs like this one, there is also a separate technique that I use. Again, I've done this video quite a few times, but every time I do it, someone has another question. So I don't mind updating these types of videos until everyone gets it. Now, normally I would speed through this video and do a voiceover, but I find that when I do that, someone always still has an extra question. So I'm gonna talk you through this step by step. Now, I buy these from Amazon and they come in these nice big rolls. This here is a 2-inch elastic, and then this one I believe is a 1-inch elastic. It may be 1 or 1.5. I'll specify it down below and I'll have them linked for you to purchase. This is something that you can find anywhere you find like sewing supplies, like Joann's. You can even find it in Walmart. Walmart usually has the white. I like the black because you know you're going to be putting hair product in your hair and you just don't want it to be dirty and like looking crazy. So most of the time I use a 2-inch almost always. Now with the closure wig, I do recommend the smaller one just so that it's a easier fit, because this is going to be sitting behind your ear and on your nape. So this one's going to be a little bit more comfortable for some people, but I find that I like the feel of the thicker band because I feel more supported. Now it might not even, I don't even think it necessarily supports your head more, but I just feel more comfortable with the thicker band. So now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and measure. So you wanna measure pretty much where your wig is gonna sit. This step you can do by placing the wig on your head inside out, and you can literally see where it's gonna sit. I already know because I've done this so many times. The wig on me is gonna sit here and here, kind of matching up a little bit past the arches of my eyebrows. So I wanna measure for size and see exactly how much I'm gonna need. And for me, I'm gonna take it here and here, and this is where a closure wig would fit on me. Again, go ahead and put your wig on. You can put it inside in or inside out and put it on your head and literally make it touch this side and see how it feels. So you don't want to pull it and just take it all the way around and just sit it there. You want to pull it taut, because if you pull it taut and then you put it on, it's gonna retract like this and kind of pull the wig back so that the lace lays flat on your head and the wig fits secure. So I'm gonna try it again. Instead of just taking and doing the exact length like this and it being super loose, I'm gonna start it on one side, take it around my ear. I'm gonna take it around the other side, and I'm gonna pull it tight and let it sit there and see how it feels. Now if I pull it like really tight, some people will think, let me just pull it super duper tight, because this is gonna keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. If I do it this tight, I'm gonna put it on and within 10 minutes I'm gonna have a headache. So I'm gonna let it go. And again, you buy a big roll of this so you just practice. You don't feel intimidated. You're literally sewing it on, and you can literally unsew it and resew it until you get it right, and it's not going to necessarily damage your wig. So personally, I like the fit of it being like this, where it's taut but it's not too tight. So I'm going to let it go on the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece off that I'm actually going to use. This is the amount I'm going to be using. So here's the piece here. If I just hold it and I don't pull it at all, it kind of fits here to here. So if I pull it taut, it's gonna fit here to here and measure up where the closure is supposed to fit. Now, so whenever you're doing this, placement is key. Just because you have elastic sewn onto your wig doesn't necessarily mean it's doing what it's supposed to do. This here is a 4x4 lace closure. It looks a little bit crooked because of the placement on the wig. So essentially what I want to do is I want to make it so that the elastic comes around the back like so. And it sews on this side and this side. That way when I flip the wig back right side in and I put it on, it's gonna snatch this lace and make it fit super tight on my forehead. To sew like this is gonna be super hard because it's so tight. Ouch! I just slapped the freak out of my face. Things I do for YouTube, my eye's gonna start watering up. So because I don't wanna go around and smack myself in the face again, I'm gonna just do it like so. So I'm gonna sew here like this, and then once we're done, instead of going around and like trying to pull it super tight and it like giving me issues, I'm gonna flip it like this and sew. So that when I sew on both sides like this, I can literally flip it and go around the back, and it'll do exactly, this is hard to show, but it'll basically end up like how I want it without keep trying to smack myself in the face. So this looks a million times better. I kind of was playing out with that dirty mannequin head, but we can go ahead and officially get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this side. To make it easier, you don't want to go in the very front because this, you don't want it to be like right here. You kind of want it to be at the very tip of the lace. So basically it's gonna go on top like so, because you don't want it on the cap, you actually do want it on the lace. And this is gonna help so that you don't have to hold it while you sew. T-pins I get from Sally's. I'll also have them linked down below on Amazon for a nice big pack in bulk. And we can literally just start sewing. Now I'm going to take and knot it. I cut it. I cut the thread, but I leave enough so that I can go ahead and like triple knot it. And then I cut off the excess. Now we have progress, and you see that if I wanted to do exactly as I said, I would take it around. See, this is tricky. If you take it around, it's so tight that as soon as you let it go to flip. But basically I want it to do this and kind of match up with the elastic band that's already there. This is just going to be a tighter version, and you know it's tighter because when you let it go, it pops up. So instead of going around like this, we're going to go around like this. So you don't want to lay it flat like this, because as you can see, this side is not flat like this. It's like this. So it's almost like bring it to where you want it to be and then flip it under. We're gonna hold it. So again, you want it just a little ways back, and my wig is not constructed perfect. This was a quick job. We're gonna secure it with the T-pins. Now normally I don't use the T-pins, I just go ahead and do it. I don't even use a wig head, I just literally sew it while I'm holding it in my hands. But definitely much easier to show you guys step by step. And again, if I flip it around backwards, it's gonna sit how we want. I just don't want to pull it. But also if you kind of want to test it, you see that it's gonna go like this. You can see when you pull on it, it's gonna be above the cap. You never want to like test it and see that it's below the cap. Same with this side. If you test it and pull it, it's gonna be above the wig. And this is why you don't want to sew elastic like at the very front. There's no measurement. You just want to go a little ways back so that it just sits nicely behind the wig and behind the ear, but it's still close enough to the front that it will make your lace lay flat. And it's okay to sew it on the cap, but you definitely want to make sure that it's on the lace as well. Now oftentimes I get the question, is this gonna tear a hole in the lace? It definitely will stretch the lace in the area that you stitch. A lot of times I take the thread out and there's nothing. You can tell there was something there, but there's not like these big old nasty holes. This is not a part of the wig that's going to be seen. So normally if I take off the elastic, I'm taking it off to replace it, and I have no issue with that. And if I'm just taking it off to never put it back, no one's going to see right here. and the lace is not going to be so extremely damaged that it's going to, you know, affect the rest of the wig. So, you know, you might make a hole. You might just stretch it out just a little bit. In most cases, that it'll just look and feel a little bit stretched out, but it won't be like 10 holes right here. Cut off the excess on both ends. So in the end, this is what you want to have. Again, you want it to kind of like flip around so it makes a big loop. You don't want to lay it like flat, like straight across like this and sew. You want it to be looped around. That way, I'm going to just take and flip it around like so. And you're going to see that you really can't see it here, but when you flip it around, it's going to be like this is the wig and it kind of fits loose on the mannequin head, and this is going to go around and make it fit tighter. So it's still not like, you know, bonded down, but it's going to hug the mannequin head and not slip and move as much as it would if I didn't have this. So now that we're done, I'm going to go ahead and add powder to the parting. I'm going to style it really nicely, and I'll come back and show you myself putting the wig on. Whenever you do, whenever you're going to put it on, you kind of just grab it by the elastic, kind of stretch it and go around your head. Let it sit on your nape. Pull the wig as far up as you want it to be, and then put the rest of the wig on. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I actually have to pull the wig on super tight because it fits nice and tight and secure. Also, another thing, whenever you cut off your lace, a lot of the times it'll make the wig fit a smidget looser. Not a whole lot, more so with your lace frontals than your lace closures, but it definitely pulls some slack.
You're gonna get this to our mouth.
You gonna eat it? And the wig fits super snug. You just want to make sure that your cap is covering the band. This video does come courtesy of Virgo hair. I'm going to go ahead and style the hair off camera. And this is pretty much it. I just did a simple like 5-minute install. Of course, I'm going to go back in and customize the parting just a little bit better. Also, I'm going to add a scarf. I find that with closure wigs, they need a scarf the most. And all I do is I just take the wig and I just put it behind my ears. And it lays super flat already. And I just put a scarf around and like let it lay super tight. It is nighttime, so I'll be able to put the scarf around for overnight and kind of just put everything else in a high donut. Because this is the wig I'm going to be wearing for the rest of the week. And it's just a nice little feather. So you kind of just take and put it like under the hair. I'll just tease the hair and clip it in. Super cute. And again, I added no product, but the hair is super soft and silky. I just did a quick like run the, you know, flat iron through really quickly. Hair is gorgeous, absolutely no complaints. I've been working with Virgo hair for I think about 3 years now, so definitely one of my favorites. If you want to go ahead and bleach the knots, you definitely can. I don't know what's up with me, but I've been definitely like doing my part crooked lately. So I did tweeze out the hairline just a little bit, just enough so that it wasn't so dense. You guys seen it in the last clip, it was super dense. So I kind of just want to open up a little bit, but again, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys learned something and were able to kind of get the idea of the elastic band method, especially when it comes to closure wigs. I'll leave previous tutorials on how I do it with my wigs and also with my frontals in the description bar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.